Galaxy 1138 is all clear and clanker free. This is Clone Army Radio.
What is up, Clone Army? Welcome to episode 38. We are going to talk about our top 5 Lucas era Star Wars moments. As in, before Disney. The top 5 moments are top 5 moments, not the top 5, because it's going to be different for everybody, right?
Correct. Everyone's going to have their own interpretation of what their iconic moments are. So these will be ours.
So, top 5 Lucas era Star Wars moments. All right, we're just going to start running through them. Commander, why don't you give me your number 5?
My number 5's George Lucas Star Wars moment is the fight between Vader and Obi-Wan, Part 1.
Revenge of
and
the Sith.
Mustafar. Revenge of the Sith. Yes, the
Nice.
prequel. I think this fight sets up the eventual masking of Vader and how, as we know him, when he came out in A New Hope, and it gives us everything. I mean, the whole prequels, everything in the prequels, everything that happened in the prequels led up to this moment. If we had all we needed was this moment. If George, instead of making 3 prequel movies, he could have made a 20-minute short, and this would have been great. This is all we needed. This is all we really wanted to know about, is how Vader got to be Vader, what happened, and they even discuss what happened. So if you could just take this scene and cut it, and then a little bit of the next scene, as far as when he's getting his armor put on and everything, which is great. We're good to go. We're good to go. We're set up. We got what we wanted. We got that explanation of how Vader became the Darth Vader as we know him growing up in the 80s.
Wow. So your bold statement here is that the prequels don't mean anything.
Well, I mean, the whole time you're like, okay, this is cool. Palpatine is in power, but how does this relate to Vader becoming Vader? You know what I mean? How what or where? When do we get to Vader? When is okay? So then this happens, and then this is why he becomes Vader. You know what I mean? He has this relationship with the girl, and it's a big deal, and it's like they're showing a lot of screen time for it. Like, I got you. So this is gonna factor into him going to the dark side. Gotcha. So I guess it's a bold statement, but realistically, you put this scene in a box and you cut it, you will still get the gist of it. And this is what we wanted to see from the Phantom Menace, through the Attack of the Clones. This was the whole reason for the prequels, in my opinion. It's my opinion now.
Yeah. I think a ton of people, I guess, were at that point where they were hoping that the Phantom Menace was just going to be, was going to start showing Vader becoming Vader, and then whatever came after it was going to be just Vader annihilating stuff, which could have been really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say, I would like to see that version. Give us a Snyder cut of a different prequel. I mean, I love the prequels, obviously, but yeah, I mean, if there was a way to show a different version of something like that, that would be pretty cool.
I mean, that's just what I was thinking when I was watching the prequels. When I remember watching them in the movie theaters, it's like, oh, there's little Vader. Oh, okay. These are the steps he's got to, he's got to lose his mentor. He's got to lose his father figure. He doesn't have a father figure. He kind of gets one. He loses it, Then he has this he gets ripped away from his mom. You know, I'm listing everything, but you guys understand like that this was the moment it was all about. And the fight, it lived up to, you know, the hype, I think. You know, the battle was intense. It was all over the place. They're using their skills at their height. You know, they're both in their prime-ish. And, you know, the environment was not a nice place to fight in, and they were going all over the place, and, you know, they had upper hand at different times, and it had to go one way. You know, you knew it was going, and it's just a matter of getting there, and it did. It was pretty, you know, and the movie was a PG 13, wasn't it? And I think a lot had to do with because you get to see watching a body burn up.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Well, that and the younglings thing. You don't really see the younglings getting killed, but you know it's happening. So yeah, it's a little dark. But yeah, you're probably right. I mean, you're watching him burn alive.
He's charred flesh. And
yeah, very cool. That's, I mean, that to me, that is the best lightsaber battle in Star Wars.
Yeah, it's intense.
It's really intense. It's, you know, the words that Obi-Wan speaks at the end, you know,
words
that just crushes me every time.
Right. The moment is, it's such a downer moment. When he says that, you know, that he loved him.
Yeah.
And and he can't anymore. And it's like, I mean, those guys fought everything together. I mean, they were in battles like, I mean, they were buds. They were brothers, like he says. And now it's over. And just such a downer. So the emotional beat of it all is a big reason why I picked this scene as one of the iconic scenes in Star Wars George Lucas brought to the table.
Very good. It was played with as being on my list, but it didn't make it.